Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim 25, and welcome back to our Take Over the Map challenge here on Survival 4X. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we have so much work to do. There is so much going on the farm right now, it's actually crazy. But we, personally, are going to be working on delivering our goat milk right off the bat. But just to kind of remind you guys exactly what is going on, let me pull open the construction menu so we can fly around real quick and show you guys. Our grass harvest is underway. You got our forage harvester over here doing his job. The sprayer is out and about doing his job, spraying the 2 wheat fields. Then, of course, we have our soybean and canola, or soybean and corn harvest started. And our AI worker is down here working on getting the first headlands done on the soybean harvest. So we got our work cut out for us today. But while they're all working, I got work to do too. It's time to run into town and sell off some goat milk. We have a lot to sell, so it's going to take multiple trips, maybe more than 2. Who knows? Most likely more than 2, because we have so much to sell this year. But we'll get this thing delivered, get some money in the bank, and if we have enough money after delivering all of this, I'm hoping that we can buy a second harvester so that we can do both corn and soybean harvests at the same time. That would be ideal. But we have a lot of work happening on the farm all at one time today. It is a busy October as we go up on, woo! We are risking it all out here today. Turning the corner up on the edges. We're almost into town. All right, let's go ahead and turn the HUD on so we can see. So we currently have $118,000 in the bank. And if I remember correctly, we just simply turn the corner over here and we should be able to sell off all of our goat milk under this nice little awning area, whatever you want to call this little roof. There you have it. First load delivered. Over $187,000, $188,000 in the bank from one load. That's crazy. That's crazy. But we're not done yet. We still have a lot more to deliver. So we're going to run back over to the farm. We're going to pick up another load and bring it back across town, sell it off again. I don't think it's going to be much to say that we are absolutely going to be able to afford a second harvester, so that's beautiful. Love that for us. So we're going to have one harvester for corn, one for soybeans, which means we can get twice the work done twice as fast. Which I think all of us can agree is a good thing. Right. Of course, with the fact that we have so much going on all at the same time, naturally our frames are going to struggle a little bit. Apparently running a whole bunch of modded equipment all at once is, hard on the computer. But we are about to be back in position to pick up our second load. See if it'll work. No, I didn't think so. I think I actually have to open the curtain side. Then I should be able to hit the button. As soon as it's done. There we go. Well, we're not done yet. Okay, we gotta get closer. Figured this was gonna be a problem. Think this is close enough? Almost. Oh my god. Are we gonna have just enough to get through this? Hold on. I gotta try to re-maneuver my ship here. I mean, my truck. World warships coming back to haunt me. Oh, too much, too fast. Come on. Straighten her up. Dude, straighten. Lord have mercy, truck. Turn. Let's try this again, shall we? Thank you. Are we full? Might be full. We are 3 pallets short of finishing with a full load. Well, that's unfortunate. That means we're going to have to come all the way over here and pick up 3 pallets to take with us. I might just leave those 3 pallets till next year, if I'm being honest. But we have another massive load of milk, so I'm expecting big things once again. So let's take this into town, get it delivered. Yeah, I'm a little distracted today. I don't know if you can tell, but man, there's a lot going on in today's episode. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. I really don't want to have to make this trip for 3 pallets. So yeah, I think I will just probably leave those for now. We'll pull them aside, set them over there for the next year. Try not to lay our truck over, preferably. All right, here we go. Should be another huge chunk of money. Beautiful. There's another $210,000 in the bank. Lord have mercy, man. Goat milk is insane. Goat milk is actually insane. We'll get this delivered over to the farm, and then we'll pick up our lowboy, because we are going to have to deliver our harvester that we're about to buy. We are going to pick up a second Colossus harvester, bring it over. Slowly make our way through the tree tunnel. And get this delivered back over to the goat pen so it can pick up the pallets that are sitting there and any future pallets, at least until it gets full again. Alright, I need to come a little bit further forward, because I generally end up with this on the very edge, if I can. And then that should allow us to pick up any remaining pallets. Beautiful. Alright, let's set that down for the moment. Let's go hook up to our low boy, then we'll go buy us a new harvester. Been a minute since we've actually got to use the low boy. Most of the stuff we've been buying lately has been too big to put on this thing. We've just been driving it. All right, let's get in here, and what we want is another Colossus Harvester. So if we go in here, we should be able to find it down here towards the bottom. There you are. 309,000. We're going to go for the big tank on it. We'll keep it with the US. Design is fine. Nothing too crazy there. The main thing that I'm looking for, though, is going to be colors. We want to, once again, make this case red. There we go. Get that in there. Get that there. Design is going to be black. There we go. Pipe color is also going to be case red. Beautiful. And then the interior color, I'm going to make that red as well. There we go. I think that will work. Rim color, we'll just make that black too. Beautiful. All right. The only thing I don't like is the tires having the like white lettering. So we might change this to like BKT or something else. I guess we go with the BKT Twins. There we go. Yeah, I like those. All right, $309,000. It has been purchased. Let's go pick it up. Take this back into town. And then we'll hook this up when we get it back over here. We'll hook it up to the cord header and get it down to the other fields. A lot of trucking going on today. But we did make a decent chunk of money, so you gotta love that. Alright. So, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and drop the back. Pull forward. Jump in this sucker right here. Pray that it fits on the low boy, because it looks like it's a bit too wide, but hopefully it'll fit. I need a better low boy. Something designed for wide loads, preferably. Because this is a bit sketch. Alright, I think that'll work. Technically. Let's just lock it in place and hope. Lock it in place and hope for the best. I just shut the truck off. Alright. Get connected. Get her strapped in and let's go. Wide load, baby. And somebody has finished their task. It's either going to be the sprayer or the harvester, the forage harvester. won't take us very long. We'll get back over to the farm in no time. Oh my gosh. Apparently taking corners at 70 miles an hour with a harvester on the back is a bad idea. Who would have thunk it? The real question is whether or not we can fit through here without getting snagged. She does struggle a little bit. She is wide. Gotta take the perfect route through here. There we go. Perfect. I'm stuck inside it. I'd rather not have that happen. Thank you. All right. Beautiful. And I saved it. Kind of. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. What a save. What a save. All right. Let's go ahead and drop that. Pull the harvester off. Fire her up. Swung her around town. Nope. Hook up to our header cart. Figure out who is finished with their job. Figured it was this guy. We'll go ahead and get this on to the next one. We'll actually dump the grass that we have into the silo furthest away from us. Another 832,000 liters of grass, so not a great harvest, not a terrible harvest. I'd say it's probably about average. We will get this delivered to our silage silo. Beautiful. All right, let's get this to the next field. And we'll check in on our other workers, and then we'll get the new harvester out there to start its job. Just goes to show a lot of the behind-the-scenes sort of work that you guys don't get to see all the time. Me always having to move everything. But I think we can go ahead and unfold the header. And we should be able to just let this thing rip in this field. Alright, set them up, let them rip. Alright, fold up our sprayer, drive this thing across the area that we just sprayed. Get this over to the other small wheat field. Should take no time at all to get sprayed. Unravel this thing. Look how wide this thing is. It's crazy, man. That's why you gotta have this big, wide area. Alright, he's off. Perfect. Alright, let's grab our trailer real quick. We'll put it away. Good news is we can just kind of turn the corner up here and go for it. Don't have to do anything crazy. Now, we will be putting our corn and our soybeans straight into the silo, and then I'm going to check that pig feed mixer and see whether or not it actually is able to grab that. We'll find out. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and... Actually, no, we need to... hook this up to the grain carter now. Forgot about that. Because we'll have to do that too. So we'll go ahead and grab our grain trailer. Take this down to the end and get it ready for the soybeans first. I feel like the soybean harvest started first, so it'll probably end first. If I had to guess, that's usually how that works. But either way, we should put it down next to the big fields. Makes the most sense. Looks like the soybean harvest is doing well over here. Always a good sign when everything works the way you hoped. And we don't really have a good place to stop, so we're just going to put it right here, I guess. Hopefully we don't get in his way. And then we are going to save. We're going to head back, grab the other harvester, and start the corn harvest. Everybody should be doing what they're supposed to be doing. So we want to go all the way down here and grab our harvester. And let's swing this sucker around and head back to the fields for the first time with our brand new harvester. One thing I didn't look at, how's our headers? Alright, we're good. We're okay. As long as it ain't below 30%. Once you get below 30% damage, you gotta take and you start losing yield. We don't want to lose any yield. So I'll have to keep that in mind going forward. We want to go ahead and do some preventative maintenance on our headers after this harvest. Remember, we do store these outside, so they take residual damage every single month that they're outside. Thanks to our realistic weather mod. I guess we could start with this harvest, actually. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to do that, I might as well just park the header right there, or the header trailer over there. Obviously, this field is getting worked on, so we don't want to park in it. Alright, let's go ahead and drop that there. Unfold the harvester. Assuming that that was the soybean harvester finishing its first field. There we go. Let me just get him onto the next one. Beautiful. Alright, so he just finished this field. He's going to jump over and grab that big field. Got 105,881 liters of soybeans off of this field. Not too shabby. For no bigger than this field is, I feel like that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and set them up. Get them started on that one. Now, I need to jump back into this harvester. And let's get our corn harvest started, shall we? We'll turn this direction. And off we go. So first field of corn is harvested. 333,693 liters of corn has been done. Now you can see, still not the best year for moisture, but seems like the crops are doing just fine. So we're losing a little bit of yield, but overall I'm pretty happy with our current amount of yield that we're getting off the fields. We'll get the first load taken away, and then we'll get this started on the next field while I move on to the while he gets that started, I'll get the truck delivering the first load. I don't know why this does not like to do that turn. Like, it should turn no problem. I'm wondering if it's because of the way that like box sticks up back there, where the airlines and stuff hook up for the brakes and whatnot. Wondering if that has something to do with it. Either way, a good first load. This will give us an idea whether or not our pig feed maker is going to be able to pull directly from the silos, which is what I think it's doing. Which is perfect, because that means I ain't got to transport the stuff. I have no problem with that. We'll also get our sprayer put away, since he's done. All right. Pull her in here. Get that unloading. While that's doing that, we'll save. We'll go over here, jump in the sprayer, get it put away. By that time, the first tank should be unloaded. And get this thing taken back over and parked for the next year. I don't think we have any other things for it today, or for the near future, for that matter. I think the next time it'll get used is for our onion field. When we go to plant, or after we plant that later. Dude, I love how agile this thing is more than anything else. Like, yeah, it's got a great working with, it's fast, like, it's got a lot of good things about it, but man, the agility of that thing to just whip around and go where you want it, so nice. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the rear. And while that's doing that, let's go check on our pig food maker. See if it's pulling directly from the silos, which I think it is. Because I don't remember putting any wheat in here. So it got wheat somehow. And it's got wheat, but it doesn't have anything else. Interesting. Oh well. No biggie. Like, I can always drop some off over there. So maybe the next load of corn that we get, we'll just drop off over there on our way by. Alright, let's get back over to the fields. We'll pick up another load. Corn or soy, doesn't really matter. Somebody needs to get unloaded eventually. But this is the beauty of having all the equipment. It's so nice to be able to just, like, focus on transporting and stuff while the AI works on harvesting the fields. Just makes things so nice. Because you got to remember, this is a big map, so anytime that we can automate things and then allow us to just focus on one task is definitely preferable. But we'll see where the AI is currently. He's about to come in here, which means he's about to start the next down and backs, which is actually perfect, because I'm pretty sure when he goes away from us here, we should be able to get him to offload. Just let him do his thing so we don't get in his way. Now that, I think there's like a short row first. So we'll see how that goes. But our soybean harvest seems to be going really, really well as well. So love that for us. We'll go ahead and pull up in here and see if we can't get him to offload as soon as he decides to get online. Now, I'm pretty sure there's like a really short row first. We'll see. See what he does. Okay, now he should back up, come back over here, and then do the next row, I think. Yeah, see, I'm learning. Learning how these AI think. You can see the soybean harvest going really well. Love that. Alright, now we should be able to jump in, get this guy unloaded. Or at least some of what he has unloaded. Beautiful. All right, now I'll take this load to the hog feed maker, mixer, whatever you want to call it. But that's 2 full loads of corn so far. Now I'm assuming that this mixer plant isn't going to take all of our corn. Because we can't sell hog feed that I'm aware of. Like, I don't think you can actually sell pig food. So, what we're going to end up doing is we're only going to produce enough for our hogs to eat, right? Now, you guys will have to remind me, because I've never actually done hogs for any sort of time, like, or anything like that. So, you guys will have to remind me just how long we should wait for them to mature to their maximum. I want to say it was 22 months, something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and dump our corn. See how much it ends up taking. Apparently it takes quite a bit. So now the only thing we'll have to do now is drop off some soybeans, then we'll be able to start up our pig food production. Then we can buy some hogs. Get our hog farm started. I was not expecting this to take this much corn, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know hogs eat a lot, but it's a lot. So yeah, so the one that we're looking for is going to be this one here. We're going to go ahead and start that because we will be bringing soybeans over here. So it's going to take 500 corn, 300 wheat, and 200 soybeans in order to make 1,000 pig food. So that's pretty cool. And it adds up to 1,000. So 500 corn plus 300 wheat plus 200 soybeans equals 1,000 anyway. So the fact that you mix them all up and it makes 1,000 pig food is kind of cool. But it looks like we are full. So we'll go ahead and take the rest of the corn over to the silo. Get out of the way of our onions. I also need to look and see when onions sell. I haven't actually looked at that yet. And then if we need to, as we get more pigs, we may need to speed up our production of pig food But we do have the Upgrade Factories mod on, which should allow us to upgrade that, which upgrades its storage capacity as well as its ability to produce. So that's always going to be good. Does cost quite a bit. I think it costs the same as buying another of the same thing. So like if I were to put down a second pig food maker, I think that's what it would cost to upgrade it. I can't remember exactly what the costs are like on these. But I would imagine it's going to be somewhat expensive. But it does double your output and double your storage. Alright, let's get this thing back down to the field. See if we can't get some soybeans down here. All over the road. Remember if this trailer has a hitch on the back, but I might want to try to bring that header trailer down here for the harvester in a minute. I don't see our soybean harvester, so I'm not sure exactly where he's hiding. But I'm going to assume he's going to be coming down the hill, which should be perfect for us to unload him. If my brain cannon is correct. So we'll go up here and see if we can't meet him up here, and on our way down the hill, offload him real quick. There he is. And if my orientation is correct, then the pipe should be on this side, which is perfect. We'll go ahead and get in line. Get him unloaded. Beautiful. I love how fast those things offload, I ain't gonna lie. Don't get me wrong, it is cool to sit there and be side by side with them for a while, but when you've got this much stuff to haul, it's nice to just pull up, get loaded, and go. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, God! We just obliterated our trailer and our truck. Good old Farm Sim Physics Blues, am I right, guys? But no, we're gonna head down here. We'll drop this first load off at the pig food maker so that we got pig food being made. Now, surely a pig food mixer plant like this will actually have a decent output, right? So I shouldn't have to upgrade it, but we'll see. Got it easy around the corner. Come down here, past the pond. Love our little pond. And we want to swing in here and offload over here to the pig food manufacturing mixer, whatever you want to call it. And we know that it takes about 100,000 liters, so should be full in no time. But that should be enough to keep it rolling for a little bit. Oh, it's only going to hold 40,000 liters of soybeans? Man, it holds weird amounts. I guess it only takes 200 liters of soybeans. So I guess it makes sense that it would only take a little bit less, but still seems crazy that it only holds that little bit of stuff. So we'll have to see how much pig food it actually makes for that level of stuff. So we filled up all of our first, or we filled the building completely up with soybeans, wheat, and corn. So we want to see exactly how much pig food we get out of that before we go making any more corn or anything over there. Unload the back. Then we'll have to run over and get some more. The only thing now is I kind of wish I had a trailer that unloads a little bit faster. Now, obviously, I could just use my Colossus trailers, but I'd like to have a semi-trailer that unloads that fast. But to my knowledge, there isn't a Colossus semi-trailer. It'd be nice if there was. Like, if we go into semi-trailers, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a Colossus. I never actually looked, to be fair. So I could be wrong. But I don't think there is a Colossus semi-trailer. Yeah. To my knowledge, there isn't. And I believe this is the one that we're actually using currently. So yeah. Anyway, back to the fields. Is there a hitch on the back of this? Don't think that's a hitch. I don't know what that is, but it does. I don't think it's a hitch. So, the answer is probably not. I think our truck has a hitch on the back. So I could just come down here, drop the trailer, grab the header trailer, bring it up, but I don't think it's that big a deal. We can always just drive our harvester over here, put the header on the trailer. No biggie. But hopefully, well, looks like our harvester's coming back down the hill, which is perfect. Let's try not to jackknife the trailer this time. But I'm trying to stay somewhat ahead of the curb in terms of unloading, because remember, we usually get like 3 or 4 truckloads of each. So, the more I can get hauled now, the less it's all at one time. He's just about to get to the end and turn around. And we can cuddle up beside him, grab the rest of his soybeans that he's got on him. Well, I say the rest. He's probably got more than enough soybeans. Probably got 2 truckloads of soybeans on him currently. Maybe even 3. As he gets online. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going to cuddle up beside him and grab the rest of his, well, grab another truckload. How about that? Oh, are we actually caught up to him? Well, I didn't see that coming. Wait, we only took 1 full truck and a partial? That seems a bit ridiculous. Didn't we have like 3 truckloads of soybeans last year? Weird. Well, I'm going to go deliver this, and then we'll catch up to the corn harvester. Since we're caught up, don't do it again. I about did the exact same thing that I did the last time. Never learned my lesson. But yeah, I expected to have more, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, we still got another 114,000 liters on board right now, so it's not like we don't have a lot. We'll empty out the back first, and then we'll empty the front. Then we'll come back, grab a load of corn, because I'm sure the corn harvester's got plenty. You usually get a bigger yield of corn than you do soybeans, but I could have sworn last year we got like 3 loads of soybeans. Like 2 full loads and a partial. But I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. Pull this sucker in here. Nice and easy does it. Beautiful. Offload the back. Offload the front. They have completed their task. Don't know which one that is. I guess we can look. Looks like it was the forage harvesters done. Very nice. So we'll feed our goats. We'll drop the rest of the grass in the silage silo. We'll do that real quick. We'll get to it eventually. Alright, let's turn this sucker around. Actually, we can use this, because I know this trailer has a hitch on the back. We'll drag this header trailer a little bit closer to our cornfield. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop. And then that should leave the header facing the right direction, the header trailer facing the right direction. Drop that. Now we'll get this grass over to the goats. Soybean harvest is almost finished as well. Beautiful. Yeah, not quite I would say this is another average harvest for grass. Nothing too crazy. Ended up with 2.76 million liters of grass. I'd like to get back to those 3 million liter harvests. Those were kind of nice. But it is what it is. Still plenty of grass. We're making money on the side as well as feeding all of our goats, which are making a boatload of money for us with their milk that they produce, so can't really complain. Although, let's be honest, complaining is kind of human nature. It's what we do. It's one of those things we're best at, really. Turn on the flashers, just in case there's any traffic coming. There never is, but you never know. Safety first. All right, up to the goats we go. I love our little farm. I think this farm has turned out so well. All right, fill them back up. Why this one got changed. Set it to the right one. Now this should go towards the first silo. Beautiful. All right, let's go park this up. We'll jump back in the truck and get it down to the other field. Beautiful. All right, so I'm actually going to park this on the other side of the mower this time. There we go. Because we will have a harvester here, and then probably put one of the other harvester over on the other side. All right. Oh, it's saving again. Let's jump in the old truck. Let's go get another load. I'll be honest with you, since the soybean harvest is done, I'll probably just bring the harvester down and offload what's left into the silo directly. If I can finagle my way around, I might be able to sneak the pipe into there, get it to offload. So this will mainly be for the corn. We'll see though. Okay. Corn harvester's on the wrong side currently, so we'll just shut her down right here. See if we can go pick up our soybean harvester. Look at that timing. He's got one little section left and he's done. Yeah, he's only got 35,000 liters of soybeans left, so we'll probably just run this straight down to the whatchamacallit. I'll just do this myself, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and wrong button. Fold this. Drop it. Now before we go too crazy, what's our damage looking like on this? Ah, it's only 3%. We're good. I must have did some preventative maintenance on it already. It was our first. It is the one that we use the most, so it makes sense that I would have already done a little bit of work on it. We'll get this all the way back to the farm. And then who knows, maybe the corn harvest will be done by the time we get back. It will take some time for us to get there anyway. And like I said, I'm going to try to finagle the pipe on this thing into the doorway. See if we can't get it to offload directly into the silo that way. Alright, so we'll just roll this sucker right up in here and drop it next to the building. There we go. And like I said, I'm going to try to finagle this up in there. I don't know if it's the same width either direction. We'll see if we can't get it up in there. Alright. Perfect. Kind of. Beautiful. Now we just fold her up, put her away. And then we will go down to our truck. See if we can't catch up to the corn harvester, get another load of corn, get it delivered before they finish the field. Because I'm sure he's got a couple more loads to take in. Honestly, it takes them so long to get the pipe out that we might run out of field. Fortunately, it does not take him long to fill me up. Beautiful. We'll get this back over to the farm. And then he'll be done by the time we get back. And we'll get the corn header put on the machine, and we'll probably just leave this down there since we can clearly finagle our way in and offload the rest of it. But you guys will have to let me know. Do you guys prefer these episodes like this where I show all of the stuff? Like, I could have skipped some of these truckloads and stuff, but you guys said you did want to see more. So I'm trying to make sure that you guys see as much as possible without obviously being too boring. But we did a lot of different things today, and obviously I would love to end with some hogs, but I don't think we're going to be able to yet. I think that'll be the next episode because we got to produce some food first. Right. Get that going. And then, like I said, this guy should be finished by the time we're done. Yeah, because he's got maybe 2 more rows and then a little bit of cleanup to do. So yeah, he'll be done in no time. So we'll make this our last load of delivery for the day. Alright, let's see where he's at. Okay, so he's going back, so he'll finish that row and then come back and knock out this last little bit. So, I think we're good. And we'll pull the truck out of here. Normally I like to leave it in here because that way it's at least under a roof, but we are going to have to get the harvester finagled up in here, so I might pull it forward initially if we're going to put the harvester in through that side. Shouldn't need to pull it too far forward, though. Overall, though, it seemed like it was a pretty good harvest. We got a lot of work done today. We've got some extra money in the bank as well. This should be plenty far plenty far enough. And then it's going to save again. The autosaves are something else, man. I wonder how much time during this series so far that I've just sat here watching a save. What was I doing? Map. There we go. We're going to jump in the old corn harvester. Then we're going to fire him. And we'll just do this ourselves. I ain't worried about a couple little spots getting missed here and there. But I do want to make sure that we get the majority of it. Honestly, there's not that much, as much as I thought that would be left here. I mean, we were hauling it, but I feel like maybe we didn't get as good a harvest this year. Which is crazy when you think last year was actually like a drought. This year, while it wasn't the best moisture levels, it wasn't nearly as bad as last year, I didn't think. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, who knows? We just made short work of that. Alright, let's go load this onto the header trailer. We'll get this thing back over to the farm. Try to get it right about here. I think that'll do. Okay, so that was a little off. But it did lock into place, which is nice. And we'll get this all back to the farm. But it is very nice to have a second harvester, I ain't gonna lie, because that allows us to get everything done that much faster. We just managed to get all of our harvesting done. We got all of the grass cut, the spraying done, the goat milk turned in, or like sold off, and all of the corn and soybeans harvested in about an hour and a half. If you think about the amount of work that we just did, that's kind of nuts to be able to get that much production done in like an hour and a half. And that's not using super unrealistic working widths or anything like that. We're just using the working width of the attachments. Like, we're not actually going super unrealistic yet. I'm sure we will eventually. But for now, I've been enjoying trying to keep everything within reason. Obviously, the forage harvester, we use a little bit of an unrealistic working width. But so far, I think that's really the only thing. Heck, even the Kinsey multi-fruit planter we haven't gone unrealistic working with yet. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Normally I'd be using all the unrealistic stuff by now. But most of this series so far in terms of unrealistic has just been for like storage capacity so that I don't have to transport 900 truckloads of something. Pull this right here, disconnect it, and then we're going to finagle our way up into this, in theory. I wonder if I can just pull this, because it kind of glitched through the building. I wonder if I can just kind of pull this up in here and just let it go, see what happens. Yeah, it does. It just kind of glitches through. Okay, well that's good to know. And then it's done. Good. Perfect, actually. Let's go ahead and fold up the harvester. We'll put it away and then call it a day. But man, what a busy day this was. This was a lot of work. Thankfully, we got a lot of people here on the farm to help us out nowadays. It's very nice. Just goes to show how nice it is to have the equipment to hire other people to help you. Just makes the world so much more enjoyable. All right, look at us now, man. Just look at this. Our equipment is just crazy. But either way, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this style episode. If you guys want to see more this style, do you want me to cut some of the truckloads? Please, let me know. All the feedback is much appreciated. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.